Here we are with an update on the fuel pump saga, and you can look at my previous post for the introduction to this problem, and this is an update where I think we're now really zooming in on the cause of what's going on here. So just looking at what we've got here, this is the check valve arrangement which normally connects through this hose. This point here is normally connected straight onto the drain port of the fuel pump, just here. But I've actually added in this little arrangement here, which consists of two fuel filters that I got from Super Cheap Auto for $3 a pop. And this fuel filter here, they're just connected in series from the valve. We go run through one fuel filter into a hose, around and into the next fuel filter, and then down onto the port. So the idea of these fuel filters is to act as a collection chamber to help me diagnose where the fuel is entering this hose from. Because by rights, I can't think of any reason why there should be any fuel in this hose. And we know from my previous post that it's the fuel entering this hose which ends up leading to the ticking noise in the other fuel supply hoses. So the idea with this is that if this first filter, which is connected closest to the check valve, gets fuel pooling in it over time, then we can reasonably conclude that the fuel's probably coming in from this check valve and pooling down here. Whereas if this fuel filter here, which is connected onto the fuel pump, sees fuel pooling in it, we could reasonably conclude that the fuel is coming out of the back of the fuel pump and pooling in this fuel filter. Now I've run this in this configuration for about 3 weeks now, and this is the first time I've actually witnessed any fuel accumulated, and I can see fuel sloshing around in the bottom of this fuel filter. It's pretty hard to see, there's only a little bit of it there, but that's the one that's closest to the check valve. So my assessment of this is that the check valve is playing up, and I'm now going to change the check valve for one that I purchased on eBay for $10, and that's a proper fuel check valve, and that's a lot cheaper than the $240 that I was quoted for the original check valve from Alpha, or the $8,200 they quoted me for the fuel pump. So I'll put that in line there and change nothing else, and I'll come back with an update in a few weeks.